continuing our series today on where the coefficients are in the test. And in level 4, test 2, we begin with two coefficients on movement 3 and movement 6, which are the renvers. Now, leading into the renvers, you're in at box 2, MB, shoulder in, and then BF, renvers. So in the shoulder in, you have the hind legs on the line and the shoulders in. And in the renvers, you widen the angle because renvers has a 4-track minimum. So from shoulder in, you keep the hind legs on the line, you put the shoulders out some more, and you change the bend in the other direction. You need to accomplish this without the hind end falling out towards the rail or coming in. And those renvers are ×2. Keeping in mind that the quality of your renvers is dependent upon the quality of your shoulder in prior to it. You need to have a super shoulder in, 3 tracks, uphill, active, engaged, and controlled on your outside aids. And then you push the horse's shoulders some more in, and you change the bend, and now you're up to 4 tracks with an opposite bend, and it must be wider. Shoulder in is 30, at the widest, 32 degrees, but minimum for renvers is 35 degrees and wider. For people that get better scores, it's even wider. And it can be amazing. A lot of bend can be shown in renvers, but you have to have control of the hind legs. So very important, a lot of practice required because you need excellent shoulder in, really good shoulder in to get good renvers. So next is an 8-meter circle, 8-meter circles in the walk prior to the pivots. So these are the first time that we've shown really, really small circles. So now you have to be very accurate about the circle. The walk itself has to be very, very active with a clean rhythm. You're looking for that V in the walk. It has to have a march tempo, 1, 2, 3, 4, be round on the bit and show bend. There's one to the right and one to the left on the center line, and both of these are before the 1.5 turn pivots. So those circles become very important, and if you haven't been walking on the bit, round, engaged in collected walk, then this is your opportunity to show this off. So you need to practice it. The last two are single flying changes after 10-meter circles. So now your flying changes come into play. They need to be round to the bridle, on the bit, straight while they do the change. Hopefully they don't run after, tempo remains the same, and they look even, steady, and harmonious. Keep in mind that changes that are late behind are going to probably be marked insufficient. Changes that are late in the front may be a 5, because although that isn't good, it's not as bad as being late behind. It's a horse that's anticipating a change. And so judges view that as not so much of a fault. Horses that drop the canter behind and jog a half a step, they do a change in the front, but behind they drop the lope. That's a 2 or a 3 or a 1. It's very bad, because for training purposes, if your horse does that, it's almost impossible to get them out of it. Trainers and judges know this, and that scoring is going to be less than a 4. So be very careful. They would rather see a horse be late behind or kind of bolt forward or really try to do it but mess it up than to see a horse take a half of a jog step behind, because that is a really incorrect. That is not a flying change. So on level 4, test 2, we have 2 of the coefficients on the renvers, 2 on the 8-meter walk circles, and of course walk quality now becomes very important. and 2 on the flying changes. You have a lot of coefficients in level 4, test 2. So give that test a real strong look while you're getting ready to practice. Take care. Hug your horses for me. Bye.